My husband John and I met way back in 1964 at Leeds University. He invited me out to the St Valentine's Hop. It was a Saturday night. I think it was the 13th rather than the 14th of February. And we both liked dancing. And it was in the 60s when frenetic dancing was all the vogue. And so we threw ourselves into it and had the most wonderful evening. And we were inseparable ever after that. We got married in 1968 and lived in London for about a year, and then saw this property for sale. It was completely derelict, and really it's such a beautiful property. It's a beautiful garden now. John's work, accompanied by me. I do the flowers, he does all the projects, and we've been thoroughly happy here. So no wonder he wanted to end his life here, to be here when he died. John was a larger-than-life character, very creative, very witty, very funny, very talented, multi-talented in all sorts of different ways. And he was blessed with extremely good health. He never had a day's illness, maybe a snuffle, bit of a cold. In the summer of 2013, he was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. We had experience of cancer within John's family. All his three sisters were diagnosed with cancer. Two of them passed away, one of them survived. We had a year of operations, two major operations, and chemotherapy. He was part of a double-dose chemo trial at Clatterbridge Hospital, and he got through those swimmingly. He got through those with flying colours. Everybody was amazed at his resilience at his age. Then out of the blue, when we thought we were clear of it, at the end of August 2014, we were told that the cancer had come back unexpectedly and very aggressively, and that John wasn't going to get better. It's the message that after a year of gross anxiety, physical tiredness, emotional ups and downs, it's the message you don't want to hear. Chief in John's mind was that he wanted to be here. He wanted to be in the home that he loved, seeing the garden that he'd worked so hard on, that he'd created. And so we just carried on as best we could. We were fairly self-sufficient. Up until Christmas Day, we didn't know, because John didn't want to have a prognosis of time, we didn't know how long he had to go. But he managed, through sheer determination, to get through to Christmas Day, and he cooked the Christmas dinner, because he's the cook of the family. But early Christmas evening, he collapsed, and that was really the worst day possible. After many very bad days of rushing him to hospital in the middle of the night over the previous 20 months. I sat up the whole of that night with him and thought, my goodness, Boxing Day, I'm not going to get anybody. Who on earth do I ring? Fortunately, I decided to ring the district nurses without any hope of anybody listening to my message. But in fact, they came round really quickly. They organised on Boxing Day to have a hospital bed delivered to us so that John could sleep downstairs. Both the district nurses and the crisis support team were absolutely wonderful. I can't praise them too highly. They treated John not only with care and kindness, but they treated him with respect and with such gentleness that I hadn't frankly anticipated. They were professional. They not only looked after John, but they looked after me. My sister-in-law came to help me during the last few days, as did my niece. They looked after all of us We couldn't have kept going without them. I shall never, never, ever forget the gentleness with which those support staff women treated John right up to the very, very end. And he died peacefully on the 6th of January, just shortly after a comforting visit from the support staff. The thing that differentiated our experiences with the district nurses and the crisis support team, this end-of-life 12-day experience, was that they communicated so well. We were very lucky that we had two teams that went over and above the call of duty and communicated so effectively with each other. It made all the difference in the world to us. And as I get older, as we all get older, I suppose, what we want is that we want to be able to die with dignity. We don't want to be in fear of being treated badly. We want help to moderate the pain for us, the physical pain, but really most of all, we want to feel that we're surrounded by care and by love. And that's exactly what the district nurses and the crisis support team did for us. And I hope that when my time comes, that the service will still be available for me and for you.